There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and heard around the world on the Voice of America, with major funding provided by Bailey and Glasser. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. We have a full house here at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston, and the reason for that is we got a show that demands a full house. Two of our favorite people and two of America's great storytellers, songwriters, and singers. Mr. Todd Snider is here. He'll be out next hour. Also, Mr. Chip Taylor, another man that's been coming to see us for many years. He'll be out during this hour. And then we have some folks that have not been with us before. During the next hour, you'll also hear from the Secret Sisters, who have a new record that's really quite good. And a singer-songwriter that'll be out this hour from England named Ethan Johns. I think you're going to like his music, too. But to start us out, a group of guys who have been with us once before. They've been playing music for almost a decade now. They started not too far from where we are now, over in Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia, and three of these guys are brothers, James, Sam, and Abe Wilson, and then they got two buddies, Seth Green and Todd Willens, who got together and started making music and calling themselves, after the Wilsons' father, they call themselves the Sons of Bill. We like their songwriting, and we love the harmonies that the siblings get. And also, you know, this is just great alt country Americana music. The new CD, and it is really a good one, called Love and Logic, is out right now. Please welcome them back to the Mountain Stage, Sons of Bill.
Dangerous and desperate and young, and fixing your eyes on the distant horizon and waiting for dawn, for the sun to shine on. Something so pure and so bright, you caught it in glimpses, but never could catch it the harder you tried. It's still passing you by. But the farther and farther you crawl, bringing it home don't make no sense at all. And you're seeking your way from the lines lying under the snowfall. Grow dim with the lights, and all the old melodies holding you tight. And as they all steal away like a thief in the night, ain't it shameful. And I'm lost in the cosmos again, and deeper in what could have been. As the fits and the starts, they go spinning around in your brain. Oh, you just should have listened to me. All that there is now is all there can be. Just lighting your way and fighting away the pain. Still lighting your way and fighting away the pain. Dangerous and desperate and young, and fixing your eyes on the distant horizon and waiting for dawn, and that sun will shine on. Turn south on Highway 1 and chase down the lazy sun again. Flying high above the human race, and knowing well you'll never find a place to land. Riding up around 7th Street, and be sure to keep it way out of sight. You settle into the big unknown. You settle into the big unknown tonight.
Weathered wood and worn out song, taking way too long to catch a buzz. Lay down that weary head, your has-been who really never was. Still walking that narrow line between seeing God and wasting your time. Settle into the big unknown. Settle into the big unknown.
You settle into the big unknown tonight. Such an easy heart. It's right about time you played another part. You're still waiting on your day to dawn, caught on the fence with one hand holding on. So hold on tight as you settle into the big unknown. Settle into the big unknown. Settle into the big unknown tonight.
Such an honor to be here with the Sons of Bill from Charlottesville, Virginia. It's amazing to be here.
And the world will keep on turning without you burning out the gears. Seconds still collecting into just another year. No need for you to pay such close attention all the time. Quit passing on the left, let the world go passing by and by. Lay back and let your mind get softer for a while. And we can let them fight for inches while we coast another mile. And we can watch them as they're drowning in those tired streets they found, bound in all directions and lost in all the crowd. And I'm so sorry it's not what you had in mind. And don't hold the door, I might be here for quite some time. And I'm only hoping for a whole new state of mind, a brand new paradigm, a brand new paradigm. On turning without you burning out the gears. Seconds still collecting into just another year. And we could be the last one standing when when old gavel falls, and quit asking all the questions. You're making fools out of us all. And I'm so sorry, it's not what you had in mind. And out on the door I might be here for quite some time. And I'm only hoping for a whole new state of mind, a brand new paradigm. A brand new paradigm, a brand new paradigm. Oh, love could be so easy somewhere out in outer space. So out of time, so out of line, so out of place. So I'll sit here and linger on the same old worn out page, and we could give the finger to the spirit of the age. I'm so sorry, it's not what you had in mind. You pulled the cord, now let's all watch it all unwind. I'm only hoping for a whole new state of mind, a brand new paradigm, a brand new paradigm, a brand new paradigm, a brand new paradigm. Yeah, the world will keep on turning without you burning out the gears. Yeah, the world will keep on turning without you burning out the gears. Yeah, the world will keep on turning without you burning out the gears. Yeah, the world will keep on turning without you. Thank you all so much for the Sons of Bill from Charlottesville, Virginia. It's my brother Sam on the guitars, my brother Abe on the keys, Seth Green on the bass, Todd Williams on the drums. It's a real honor to be here. I'm a huge fan. It's been a couple of years since we've been here. And so it's an amazing lineup, amazing bunch of bands are coming up. So appreciate y'all coming out early for us. We really appreciate it. Our new record, Love and Logic, just came out 2 weeks ago, so we're back on the road, and we're very excited to be here. This is a new one by my brother. He wrote with his wife when they were in Iraq together. It's called Road to Canaan. Hope you enjoy it.
Dark cold out the window, and still the wheat grows. It's midnight in Nebraska, we're pushing on towards home. I belong to you, darling, and ain't that enough? It's a long road to Canaan, and what's that to us? In the land of the forgotten, some hearts are still young. Well, there's holes in my pockets and doubt on my tongue. Well, I'm coming for you, darling, and that'll be enough. It's a long road to Canaan, glory's always rough. 'Cause meantime, it stays out on my own, and nowhere seems close. Storms roll through the vacant plains, while thunder is keeping me awake until the dawn. Till the dawn. Well, the worst words are wait and see. I say throw it at the sky. Woe to all you pigs, ill-fed sons of bitches. In the darkness there's a hunger, and it won't be satisfied. All the way to Canaan, hold our hungry heads up high. Well, I'm coming for you, darling, and that'll be enough. 'Cause it's a long road to Canaan, and glory's always rough. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks again.
James Sam and Abe Wilson, Seth Green and Todd Wellens, Sons of Bill. Love and Logic is the new one. And they'll be on tour all of this fall, and then they're going to Europe after the holidays. So watch for them. They really are a fine band. And good guys, too, and I'm sure their dad, Bill, William Wilson, Professor Emeritus of Theology and Literature at UVA, is very proud of them, as he should be. James, when they're off the road, James actually is an adjunct teacher, does a course in Faulkner. These guys cover the Good Old Boys Like Me songs of the South. Julie Adams and the Mountain Stage Band have a John Hyatt song for us now. Mountain Stage Band leader, Ron Soule, is off again this week, but the band is Bob Thompson on the piano. Ryan Kennedy and Michael Lipton are our guitar players. Steve Hill plays the bass. Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Here with the John Hyatt tune, The Wind Don't Have to Hurry, please welcome Julie Adams.
Now the wind don't have to hurry, blowing across my bone, rolling up the pastures, smoothing out the stones. There's fire on the mountain, dark angels in the trees. The wind don't have to hurry, they're taking what they please. Na 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 coming right up to your door. They say you have no liberty if you're who they're looking for. No writ of habeas corpus, no platform on dissent. The wind don't have to hurry, only the wind knows where you went. Na 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 Now the wind don't have to hurry, blow into my soul. I sold for gold and diamonds and buried in this hole. They bought my love a pistol, they put it to his head. Now the wind don't have to hurry, he was already dead. Na 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 na
Julie Adams, Mountain Stage Band, John Hyatt song right there. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware, handling complex trials, appeals, and transactions nationwide. More information at baileyglasser.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you'd like to get in contact with us, there are many ways to do that. Our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, ask us anything on Tumblr, and hear our Song of the Week on Stitcher. All these links are at mountainstage.org. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs not heard on the radio, at NPR Music. That online address is npr.org/mountainstage. Well, it's time to welcome back to the Mountain Stage an old friend, a man who's been coming to see us about a decade. And if one of the beer companies made a commercial, the most interesting singer-songwriter in the world, this man would probably be on that commercial. I can't start to tell you about his life. But I will say, he grew up in Westchester County, New York, but he got into country music. He didn't hear it there on the radio, but he heard it over WWVA out of Wheeling at night. And he got into loving country music, and he got very successful in writing and performing country music. He performed and began recording in the early 60s. And then he had a career of songwriting that started with Willie Nelson doing one of his songs. Since then, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, George Strait, Emmylou Harris, Frank Sinatra, Fats Domino, Dean Martin, Janis Joplin, Linda Ronstadt, The Pretenders, Bonnie Raitt, and I could keep reading, but he's got to sing here in a minute, have all recorded his songs. He took a while out, changed his profession to being a professional gambler, came back in the middle of the 90s, as if songwriting is not gambling enough. Then he came back in the mid-90s, began to start visiting us. He's made a dozen albums since then. His new one is actually 3 CDs in one, and it's, as all of them, very beautiful, very deep. It's called The Little Prayers Trilogy on his own label, Trainwreck Records. He's brought some friends with him, as he often does. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Chip Taylor.
Hi, everybody. Well, it sure feels like home being here. I love this place. I love the folks. I love the town. Good night. That's it. But I'm it's so happy to be here every time I come. And I'm so glad that this fellow's with me and the fellow over there. I'll introduce them from Norway. This fellow been playing with me for a couple of years now, and just one of the greatest keyboard players I ever heard. Joran Greenie over there from Norway. And my friend, anybody who's seen my shows knows this fellow. This guy, he's been working with Van Morrison over the years and me, and a lot of times out with Van when I wish he was with me, but he played on Moondance and Domino and all those things. The one and only John Platania. All right, I have a little song. The album's called Little Prayers Trilogy, as Larry said, and here's a little prayer from that album. I try to turn the other way when certain things come to mind. I try to keep one eye blind, one eye looking ahead to a holier day. Seems so far away, like forgiveness. Little seeds I sow, trying to let the angels know, so they'll come back to me. They won't give up on me. Johnny? Alone in my weakness, with the same damn fool who broke so many rules. For all the dreams he chased, I slam my fist down, spin the bar stool round. May the cool night air just slap me in the face. These little seeds I sow, trying to let the angels know, so they'll come back to me. They won't give up on me. 40 days, 40 nights. Hell, I have had so many years to get this right. Here in this foggy brain, well, it's amazing how the truth slips in. And in the later years, you can't wave a goodbye. And when you take a sip, it's just the memory of your fingertips. Oh, the things I have touched, the things I have touched. These little seeds I sow, trying to let the angels know, so they'll come back to me. Won't give up on me. You're on. Well, thanks. I'm a stream of consciousness writer. Most times I don't think about things. They just kind of erupt in me, and if it feels good to me, I save it and try to figure out what it is. Once in a while, I remember where something came from. And this next song I'm about to sing for you is one of those times. I was, about a year ago, was on the way up to White Plains in Grand Central Station. I was heading for track 24. My train had not come in yet, and I went toward the trains at track 21, where I saw this young girl, very beautiful girl, and her boyfriend, I guess, having a very heated argument. She wasn't saying anything. He was mad at her. Some indiscretion. He said, how could you do it? And with him, you know. So. Then they walked up to track 23, where I was heading, track 24. The train finally came in, and I was about to go to my train, and I heard the girl say to him, he said, look, I did it. I'm very sorry. The train is here. I'm going on that train. Now, are you coming or are you not? The guy looked at her. Again, she was very, very beautiful. Turned away, and he said, I'm coming. So I changed the track 21, didn't sound very poetic to me. I made it track 221, et cetera, et cetera. And I put my own paint in it a little bit. And so here is the song, track 224. You are on Greenie. Count it out for me. Nobody, the way that you blasted me. Don't wanna blast nobody, baby, the way that you blasted me. You had your steam engine going, baby, from track 221 to 223. And I rode your train, but I don't want to ride it no more. I rode your sweet steam engine, babe, but I do not want to ride it no more. But you look too good to say goodbye to on track 224. I rode you in the New York sunshine, I rode you in the Tennessee rain, I rode you on the telephone line when you whispered you just could not wait to see me again. Open up my door, but you look too good to say goodbye to, honey, on track 224. Here comes the master, John Platanian. Don't wanna blast nobody the way you blasted me. Don't wanna blast nobody, no, the way that you blasted me. You had your steam engine going, baby, from track 221 to 223. I rode your train, honey, I rode your train, but I don't want to ride it no more. I rode your sweet steam engine, honey, but I do not want to ride it no more. But you look too good to say goodbye to. Track 224. Oh baby, turn around, boys. You look too good to say goodbye to. On track 224. I'm a Czechoslovakian boy. That's true, I'm a Czechoslovakian boy. My grandpa worked the coal mines. True. Me and my brothers, we count our blessings for each day on higher ground. I met new friends last night, Paco and Isabella. And who was that crazy fella from halfway around the world? And it's God bless my New York City, my Crestwood girl, my Parnell's bar, with sweet dreams of Austin, Texas, floating in my Czechoslovakian hell. And from the earthquakes in Japan to the rattles of Northern Ireland, it is your land and it's my land, and it's all the same to me. Grandma's misty eyes, she never talked to country, and they never talked much religion, but oh, those eyes could see. And it's God bless my Stockholm, Sweden. And Mom, you'd love my Malmo friends with sweet dreams of Halden, Norway, floating in my Czechoslovakian heaven. and it's God bless my old Stroke City. Sedilva's Ross Trevor, my Belfast friends, with sweet dreams of Amsterdam and Rotterdam, and float in my Czechoslovak, and it's God bless my New York City, my Crestwood girl, my Parnell's Bar. Now, Parnell's Bar is located in New York on 53rd Street and First Avenue. It burnt down about a year ago, but thank God it's back. And we were just there, Joran and I were just there having a drink the night before last. Now, I'll make you a deal. If you come to New York and you come to Parnell's on 53rd and First, if I'm off tour, you open that red door, you'll see me sitting in the first seat. I'll be watching the Golf Channel probably or something like that and drinking my scotch. Now, if you come in and you tap me in the shoulder and say, Chip, I'm so-and-so, I saw you there, I'll buy you the first drink. That fair? Now, don't bring 20 of you, all right, or 30. But, yeah, that'll be fun. You'll buy me the next 3 or something like that. Floating in my Czechoslovakian heaven. Thanks. Well, thank you. When I was a kid, Larry made mention that I listened to Wheeling, West Virginia. It changed my entire life when I heard country music. I was about 8 years old or something. I knew what I wanted to do. When I was 16 years old, I was singing the song that you're about to hear. It's one of my favorite all-time songs, and it's written by Johnny Cash. And one of my biggest things that ever was I wanted to meet him. Well, I got to meet him, and he recorded a song of mine. That was great. But my prized possession is that he sent me a note telling me how much he liked my version of this song. So here for the great John Cash. He stood for so many wonderful things after some difficult, very difficult times. What a nice story. So here it is, one of my favorite songs of all time, Johnny Cash's Big River. Here we go, boys. 1, 2, 3. Well, I talked weeping willow, and I cried, and I showed the clouds that cover up that clear blue sky. But the tears I cried for that woman, they're gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, that southern drawl. And in my dreams, back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Oh, guitar. Took me to St. Louis, later on down the river, and a freighter said she'd been there, but she gone, boy, she gone. I picked up her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and then she went on down low. You're on Greenie on keyboard. that clear blue sky. But the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. So I was so blessed to be in the business, writing songs and having all my favorite artists record them, like the Brown Family and Johnny Cash and Waylon, all those folks. Then I started to write using the blues influence from the South. I was writing a form of rock and roll, a form of pop music. And here's one of the big hits I wrote. And I'm so pleased to have Julie sing this with me tonight. So. There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can't bind your heart. And there's no need to take a stand, it was I who chose to start.
I'm old enough to face the dawn.
Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Maybe the sun's light will be dimmed, and it won't matter anyhow. If morning's echo says we've sinned, honey, it was what we needed now.
And if we're victims of the night, I won't be blinded by the light.
Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel.
Then slowly turn away. I won't beg you to stay with me.
Through the tears, honey, of the day, oh, of the sweet, sweet day. Oh, baby, oh, my baby, just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby.
precious angel.
Just call me angel of the morning.
Mr. Chip Taylor ended up there with the song he wrote. A lot of folks have recorded that over the years, Angel of the Morning. He also wrote another tune I bet you've heard called Wild Thing. Yeah, one of America's great songwriters, Chip Taylor. And a man who had a lot to do with the beginning of Americana music, too. A family of overachievers, you might say. His father was a professional golfer. His given name is James Wesley Voigt. His brother, you might have seen on the screen, John Voigt. And his other brother is a scientist. Very interesting group of folks. Good to see Chip Taylor always. We're going to end this hour with the man I mentioned at the beginning. He's never been with us before. He, like everybody on the show, is a fine songwriter. He's also a producer and has produced many, many great albums and for many performers over the years, including Tom Jones and Paul McCartney, Ray LaMontagne, Kings of Leon, Counting Crows. There's a lot of albums, a lot of really great albums. He's also played on many albums. He's an instrumentalist as well as a songwriter. And one of the folks he's produced a good bit of is Ryan Adams, and Ryan decided to return the favor, and he's produced the album that Ethan Johns has out called The Reckoning, a very interesting album. It's very entertaining the first time you hear it, very, very pleasing. But the more you listen, the more you hear in the songs. It's kind of a thematic record made up about a couple of brothers from England. He's from England himself. So you'll hear a few samples of that, and believe me, it's a nice album to sit back and re-listen to as well as listen. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, the new record is called The Reckoning, Mr. Ethan Johns.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Larry. Good evening. It really is a pleasure to be here. The standard of storytelling tonight has been so high. I've got a handful of stories to tell you. I'm just going to get right on and sing. Hey, brother, kick the dust from your heels. Let your spinning wheels rust a while. Now listen one time for the old days. And some things never change, but you wish you could. And tell me tales of hardship and woe, of heartache that I'll never know. And take your time, let the river wind. Dark as night, whistles like a bird, like a tree that fell that you never heard, like a misty glade with eyes that rain, and a silver blade in one hand behind. Tell me tales of deception and woe, but she was never yours to let go. Take your time, the river winds among the sugar pines. down below the railway arch. The ghosts howl in the boneyard. They'll push you to the sun. You will know what's done is done. Hey sister, lay your shawl across the chair and take the pencil from your hair and rest a while. And I'll listen. If you want to hear the words out loud, I'll hold the mirror down for you to see. And tell me tales of uncertainty. You are now who you will be. And take your time. The river winds among the moaning pines. Down below a cloudless sky, the moon falls in your doorway. You'll sing it for the sun, and you well know what's done is done.
Thank you very much.
As Larry mentioned, this is this record, The Reckoning, is there is a story to it. I won't try and tell it to you now, but it's about a couple of brothers that emigrate from the UK in the 1850s to America, and this is a song called "The Lowdown Ballad of James Younger," who's the central character of the story, and this kind of sums up his plight. You learn as you go, and you know what you know. They took where you came from, and you let it show. You know what you know, and you learn as you go. You lived like an outlaw northwest to Brooklyn. God only knows the things that you've seen. I wonder if you knew the trouble you were in, if it led you to a life of hard traveling. So you came to Cali, and what did you find? That it bore the mark still of treason, and full of the people that you left behind, and full of new rhyme and no reason. And dispossessed heralds in poverty sound only whatever they're into. And down in the basement it's dark underground, and even the blacktop can kill you. But you were bound for glory. I remember you told me you had Younger's blood. The line of your jaw gave you credence. Cut down in cold blood, betrayed by his friends. Even his love could not save him. She heard them slay him. A deal for a pardon that was worthless in time. A life ain't worth much once it's taken. Murder for murder, betrayal in kind. I reckon it all comes out even. But you were bound for glory. And the legend we build you, it's false and betrays everything you thought your actions may say. 'Cause the meaning tomorrow won't be the meaning today. But you were bound for glory. But the glory in death is a tenet of man's. Balance that out if you can. Thank you very much. This is a song called The Fool. One day, and it won't be soon, you're gonna have me acting like a fool, dancing in the shadows of the moon. Now hard you fell. I could tell you what we share, but you don't know me well. And the hours pass in promise in the night. Put the water to my lips, and the palace falls to bits. And I hope you never grow so hollow as this. One day, and it won't be soon, you're gonna catch me acting like a fool, howling at the shadows in the moon. I don't care what anybody says. It don't make no difference anyway. I'll show you both sides of my face. It's best you don't look back. The past is strewn with falsehoods built to trap, and I'll vanish in the turning of the day. Let the truth pass through my lips, and the castle falls to bits, and it's better gone than here, 'cause there's nothing left to fear. One day, and it won't be soon, you're gonna have me acting like a fool, and I'll vanish in the turning Thank you very much. Well, it really is an incredible pleasure to stand up on this stage. I have to say, this show has kept me company on many a very lonely and long drive across this country over the years, and it's pretty surreal to be standing here right now. Thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure. Thank you. This is called This Modern London, and it closes out the reckoning, and it's going to close out my little bit. But thanks again for listening, and thanks to Mountain Stage for having me. I think I'll stay for this brilliant day and become the caretaker for this fantastic tale. Absinthian evenings will carry me home to this modern London from which I've flown. And who was prepared, who will concede? Witnessing twice the turning of the leaves, defrauded by what can only be fear of losing my way. But this modern London will keep me today. Sometimes the prices we pay are more than I can bear. So soon we forget what it was that brought us here. Distracted by nothings, we watch it float away. But this modern This modern London will keep me today. Thank you.
Ethan Johns singing some tunes from his latest CD called The Reckoning. From England, Mr. Ethan Johns, talented singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer, but something you couldn't hear on that set. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over KSMF, Ashland, Oregon, or KGLT, Bozeman, Montana. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you'll be here next week when our guests will be a rebroadcast with Del McCoury and his band, the Travelin' McCourys, with Keller Williams, Susan Werner, Sarah Lee Guthrie, and Johnny Irian, and Mandolin Orange. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Radio. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Thank you very much. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. During this hour, we're going to be hearing from one of our favorite people, Mr. Todd Snider. We'll be out a little bit later. But we're going to start this hour with the two young women you see up here along with their band. And they haven't been at the music business for very long. They've been singing for a long time, and they got that wonderful sister harmony, which you're going to see right off the bat. They come from down in Florence, Alabama, and one of them went up and tried out in Nashville for kind of a contest, talent opportunity. And once the people there recognized how talented she was, she said, "Oh, I got a sister too," and brought her up. And things have just taken off since then. Their first record included a lot of cover songs, but then this most recent one, which was produced by T-Bone Burnett, is a lot of original tunes. It's called Put Your Needle Down. You might have seen them on the road. They've been out opening for She and Him and Paul Simon, Ray LaMontagne. You might have seen them on television. They had their own PBS special with Elvis Costello and Jacob Dylan. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, the Secret Sisters.
Please don't make my wedding dress. I'm too trying to break your heart. I'm just trying not to fall apart. As the world keeps coming and the beats keep humming, and I'll keep running. Please don't make my wedding dress. I'm too young to marry it. Can you see my pocket knife? You can't make me be a wife. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Well, I can't see any of you. Well, now I can. You look nice. We're just tickled to death to be here. This is our first time to play Mountain Stage, and it's been a long time coming, and I hope it's not our last time to be here. We just put a record out that we're awful proud of, and so we're going to play a few songs from it, if that's okay with you. That's what they called us here to do. They said, we want you to sing, and we said, we don't know how to do that. So we're going to pretend. This song's called Black and Blue. Please don't say goodbye. Give me another try. I'm black and blue, worrying over you. We got a little bit of a reputation in the music world of being nice, innocent, sweet, naive young women, and a lot of that's true to a certain extent. And so when we went into the studio to make our second record, we set out to kind of shed that image a little bit. And the quickest way to shed your angelic image is to write a murder ballad, which we did. And luckily, there's not a lot of truth in this song. There is a little bit of truth, though, because this next song is about a couple of kids who run off to a little town in Mississippi to get married against their parents' wishes. And true story, there's a little town in Mississippi where you used to could do that if you were under the age of 18 and your parents didn't want you to get hitched. Our grandparents were married that way, along with dozens of other couples who made really poor choices when they were children. Our grandparents stayed together for a long time and raised 5 girls, so something went right. And so we decided to write a song about that little story and then murder off all the song characters. So if we can bring down the mood a little bit to feel somewhat criminal, we'll play for you a song that's named after that little town. It's called Iuka.
Tales about the temper of that man. He'd shoot a man who came within a mile of my young friend. But I know that you will take the risk so I can take your name. You've got the ring, I've got the keys, and 60 miles ahead, Iuka, Mississippi, where the two of us will wed. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, for he knows the two of us have up and gone. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, we can run away and never come home, never come home. My daddy finally knocked a little sense right into me. So I asked around until I found a justice of the peace. The bruises on my body can't be hidden anymore. So park your car up on the hill, I'm headed out the door. Step easy so my daddy doesn't hear us sneak away. Hang around, he'll shoot you down, that's why we just can't stay. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, for he knows the two of us have up and gone. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, we can run away and never come home. Follow close behind me, not much further now. Oh, it's just a shadow, I didn't hear a sound. Ain't no way he heard us, ain't no way he'll come. I hear someone breathing, hold my hand and somewhere in the river there's a gun the devil owed. Somehow everybody knew that everything was wrong. A noose up in the maple tree, the old man's gonna pay. 2 headstones for 2 lovers who finally got away. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, for he knows the two of us have up and gone. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, we can run away and never come home. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, for he knows the two of us have up and gone. Take me down to Iuka, Mississippi, we can run away and never come home.
hate to admit it, but the two of us are kind of, we naturally gravitate towards really depressing music. Despite the fact that we're very upbeat, positive individuals, our favorite music is the kind that just breaks your heart and makes you need a pill. And so we're going to play a song now that might lead us all into prescriptions. No, I'm kidding, but this next song, I'm not quite sure where it came from. I think it came from a very dark, desperate corner of our little hearts. And my little sister's going to start this song out for us. This song is called Bad Habit.
One I've been trying to kick, killing me slowly from the inside out, breaking me, making me sick. There ain't no cure for my problem, no program or patch I don't give, 'cause this little habit grows stronger with the rise and fall of your chest. I'm trying to quit you, and it's making a mess I can see. Shaking hands, aching heart, it's gonna tear me apart. I just know it, I'll never be free. I can't break this bad habit, 'cause this habit's breaking me. I've got a bad, bad habit, one I just can't seem to kick, wasting my days and taking years from my life. Seems I'm getting older to quit, older to quit. I'm trying to quit you, and it's making a mess I can see. Shaking hands, aching heart, it's gonna tear me apart. I just know it,
is Michael Insko on bass guitar. That's Mr. Patrick Ryan on drums. And Mr. Paul Benjamin on guitar and lap steel. We're going to kick them off for a minute and let them take a little break. And we're just going to wind down our section of the evening with a nice, quiet, calm acoustic number. We're going to let our heart rates drop slowly, and we're going to relax. This next song is one that is relatively new to our performance list of songs. And we didn't write it, but we wish we had. And I think that there are just so many great songs that have already been created that we love, and we can't help doing them when we perform. This song, we kind of fell in love with it earlier this year. It kind of took on a whole new meaning and feeling for the two of us, and we were just playing it backstage and at home together. And then we decided that we should play it in front of people, because that's what you're supposed to do. And so now we sing it all the time, right?
We do.
Often. This is an old Pete Seeger song, and with this song we will say our farewell and our gratitude to everyone here for being so kind to us. Can't wait to come back to Mountain Stage again. Thanks for being so good to us, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Gone, long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time gone. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls picked them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time gone. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to husbands, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the husbands gone? Long time passing. Where have all the husbands gone? Long time gone. Where have all the husbands gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time gone. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor to be here.
Laura and Lydia Rogers, the Secret Sisters, and their whole band. They ended up by themselves, though. The new CD on Republic is Put Your Needle Down. The two sisters are from down there near Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Florence, Alabama. Did the old man's heart good to hear them sing that song. And it's a perfect setup for Mr. Bob Thompson, because he's going to do a classic Tim Hardin song, playing If I Were a Carpenter. Say hello to Bob Thompson. Bob Thompson, Tim Hardin's song, If I Were a Carpenter. Colortones.com, that's where you get his music. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware, handling complex trials, appeals, and transactions nationwide. More information at baileyglasser.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you'd like to join us in the audience at Mountain Stage, we'd love to have you, whether we're here in Charleston or on the road. You can find out where we're going to be, and you can buy your tickets online at mountainstage.org. If you missed part of this show, or you just want to hear it again or tell a friend about it, you can go to mountainstage.org and visit the archives section and stream the show there, or you can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. And both of these things will include songs that we don't have time to fit on the radio. Our last guest is a man who started coming to see us back in 1995. He's making his 12th appearance on the show today. That tells you how much we like his work. He has a way of speaking for those who aren't always spoken for, with a sense of humor, and he always makes his comments rhyme, which we appreciate. His latest has just been released on DVD. It's called The First Waltz. And it's a documentary about his last CD, The Hard-Working Americans. He's also got a book that's just been published on DeCapo called I Never Met a Story I Didn't Like, and he certainly has not. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Todd Snider.
For every dime you had, I'd have a half of your money. You're talking about not half bad, more like 10 times as good. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to hold on to more money if they could. If you could just come off a little bit though, man, that would surely do me good. I'm in between jobs. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. You know there's one way to win at a shell game. You be the one who gets another guy to play. You think I'm not right, you might be right. I might have been born yesterday, but I was up all night. I might come in here a little blindside looking, but I still see light. It might be through cheap sunglasses, but it still shines just as bright down on you when you in between jobs. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Hell, can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Seen $100 bill one time blowing up against a chain link fence. I've been walking around outside looking down at fences ever since. It's the root of all evil, baby. I would agree, and I suppose that the blossom of it would be my kind of poverty. I know how mad I'm getting thinking about how much more you've got than me, and I'm thinking, hey, what's keeping me from killing this guy and, you know, taking his stuff from him? Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Well, thank you very much. Good evening, brothers and sisters of the congregation, especially those of you in your cars. It gives me a great pleasure to get to be on this show. I've been on it a lot. I vote here now. I always look forward to it. I always do. That song poses a musical question that this song hopefully tries to answer. So turn with me to this. In the beginning, man wondered to himself, why are we here? And yet with each asking of this question, the answer would become even less clear. Overwhelmed by fear, distraction took its place. And so it was in the world's first shelter that we began. The human race to fill up more and more empty space. Oh, how we love the human race. Until one day this one guy said to this other guy, he said, hey man, you seen that guy over there? It seems like he's got more than anybody else has got. To me, that does not seem fair. Well, the second guy agreed with the first guy. Everybody else did too. They all got so worked up that they figured that they knew what they needed to do. They would divide all of his things up among each other after they killed him, of course. For they could see no real good reason not to just take what they wanted by force. But when they found him, he said, hey, wait a minute, fellas. I wouldn't kill me just now. You can see that I got more than any of you ever got. Wouldn't you first at least like to know how? And with that, he had their attention. And with that, he went on loud and clear. He said, you all know how long we have always wondered why. Why are we here? Well, today I'm going to tell you all about it. Teach you about suffering and bliss. I'm going to teach you all a little about heaven and hell and the God that gave me all this. God gave me all this because I'm humble. And he can do the same for you too. But if you are seeking his love and affection, what you are doing is the last thing I would do. You see, he sends killers to hellfire, both here and eternally. Good live forever in a beautiful heaven. God told me this personally. Ooh, ooh, wee. y'all gonna trust if you don't trust me? Ooh, look and see what I got. So he said, unless you want trouble and suffering, unless you want heartache and fear, you better find some kind of way to humble yourself. Might I suggest helping me clean up around here? Of course, I could pay you a little bit of money, but more importantly, the good Lord would see. He would see that you had humbled yourself for somebody, and he would give you what he'd given to me. No one knew what to do with that information, nor could they prove it wasn't true. And since he had what everybody else thought they wanted, Lord, it seemed like the thing to do. And with that, we rolled into the future. And ain't that son of a bitch to think that we would still need religion to keep the poor from killing the rich. Hey, who you gonna trust there if you ain't gonna trust me? Yeah. Thank you. So I was so excited to play. I think I forgot to tell you my name and introduce myself. I'm Todd Snider, folk singer, which means I'm protesting everything, different stuff, and probably got a lot of solutions in my lyrics. So turn with me if you would to the Book of Chrysanthemums in your hymnals. Where it states pretty clearly that it's bad luck for one to be not superstitious at all, and I was considering that. I didn't want to jinx myself, and I saw this up the hill from a show one time. I could see this sign that said "Fortunes told," So I said, I'm going for it. So after sound check, I walked up this hill to get my fortune read. And then when I was walking down, I made up these words to this protest song. Low-grade clouds rolling over my head. I'm walking up a hill to get my fortune read. I can still take rejection, but it's getting harder to do. Wish I could show you how you've hurt me in a way that didn't hurt you too. Tennis shoes are hanging from a telephone wire. I got a little money I could get higher. I was alright for a while, but you know how that goes. Everything in moderation, including moderation, I suppose. I never did like the people where I was employed. They were always out to get me 'cause I'm paranoid. Now I'm working for myself, and that don't pay a lousy dime. If what we're here to do is learn to forgive each other, I'm gonna need extra time. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell anybody about the by and by. It's too soon to tell what happens to you when you die. Too soon to tell what we will ever avenge. They say that living well is the best revenge. I say no, it is not. The best revenge is revenge. This isn't over, we're gonna meet again. I said, Lord, if you're still up there, you sure got some nerve. Seem like even the wicked, we get worse than we deserve. We're afraid to die, every dang one of us. I swear to God, God, it's like you're making fun of us. Not worth keeping or too good to keep. If there's a better kind of secret, man, wait till I am asleep. And if you're so God almighty, well, then what's with all this mystery? I would love to trust you, buddy, but you are clearly keeping secrets from me. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell. It's too soon to tell. By and by. It's too soon to tell what's going to happen to you when you die. At the fortune tellers on the second floor, in bright red letters hanging off a door, it said closed. I think it might have been a sign. Don't give up on me, baby. I think I could be losing my mind. I have just met too many people that I love too much. They are scattered all over. I could never possibly stay in touch with all of them. I'm traveling almost forever, it seems. Woke up one morning with a lot more memories than dreams. I got the low grade cloud hovering over my head. Walking down this hill without my fortune read. I can still take this rejection, but it's getting harder to do. I wish I could show you how you hurt me in a way that wouldn't hurt you too. Wish I could show you how you've hurt me in a way that wouldn't hurt you too.
Thank you.
That's off an album I made a couple years ago called Agnostic Hymns and Stoner Fables. All those songs are from that album. And then, that was my protest album. Anyway, then I made an album of Jerry Jeff Walker songs, and the same year I think it was. And I'd like to do a few of those for you too, or a couple anyway. Well, it won't be but a week or two. You'll be out loving someone new. I've seen it happen 100 times before. Well, I can see you've been spreading yourself then too. It's a lonely stage we've been going through. Don't get up and I can find my own way to the door. I could see you are an angel. The swings just won't unfold. Tune up your heart and polish your old halo. The only kind of man that you ever wanted was one that you knew you'd never hold very long, and now you're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. You might have had 30 lovers behind you. Well, I can feel you, but I sure can't find you. It seemed to me you might have found your own self by now. Late at night, them old lover tears come back. You got faces in your dream, voices in your back, and you're feeling like a memory you can't for crying out loud. Well, I could see you are an angel. There's wings just won't unfold. Tune up your heart and polish your old halo. The only kind of man that you ever wanted was one that you knew you never hold very long. You're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. What a joyous sight to see you in your sleep. I believe I'm leaving, getting too deep. Well, that's easy enough for any man to see. Still, we would never agree if we talked all night. Things have gotten too heavy. I'm traveling light. Goodbye, you jaded lover. You undercover queen for a day. Hey, hey. Well, I could see you on an angel. Those wings just won't unfold. Tune up your heart and polish your old halo. The only kind of man that you ever wanted was one that you knew you never hold very long. And now you're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. Sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. Jerry Jeff Walker didn't write that song, but he found it. You know, he was, not only would he make up songs, but he would go out after his shows and he would look for them, you know, and try to find people that had them too. And he found that song, and a lot of people have sung it since then. And when I brought that up because when I was, the reason I made that album of his songs, not just that I liked them and wanted to sing them, but when I was younger, I heard all his albums and really decided, I guess, I saw him play, and I was, at that time in my life, I was like always trying to hitch a ride, always staying on somebody's sofa, always bumming a drink, always doing this. And I went and saw this Jerry Jeff Walker show, and he was singing about all of it in this way that made it sound glorious and romantic. And it occurred to me in that moment, you know, that really the difference between a freeloader and a free spirit may well be, you know, 3 chords on a guitar. And I was pretty right, you know. I mean, people will let you into their homes if you can sing sometimes. But I was starting to make a living at it, and I was down in Memphis by this time, and I got an opportunity to open for Jerry Jeff, and I had seen him play 20 times, and I'd written him all these letters and made these plans to what I was going to say, but I never did any of that. And then I got this chance to open for him, and so I had this speech plan that I was so ready to tell. And when I got done with my set, I went back there, and there he was, and there was this girl that was mad at him and yelling at him, but then I listened to what she was saying, and she was telling him how great he was, and I didn't understand, and then he looked scared. Then I realized, oh, she snuck back here, and he doesn't know her at all, and then she turned to me and went, oh, you sang too, sign my poster. That's exactly what she sounded like. And then she said, Jerry Jeff, turn around. And he turned around just without thinking, and she stuck this poster on his back and hands me this pin. And I had dreamed this scenario through many times. Never one time including this young woman from Memphis who had snuck backstage and kind of, well, what she did was she said, I panicked and went into my speech anyway. And my speech said, this is the highlight of my life. I think he got it confused with signing an autograph. I hope, but he said very quickly, well, pretty boring life so far, kid, you know. And I took that pretty personally, and started living a little harder. A couple years later, I had an album, and I told my manager, I said, if I ever get another chance to meet Jerry Jeff Walker, get me on the gig because I want to meet him. I hope he doesn't remember the other time. And so they get me this gig, and this time I see him, and I just run over and I grab him and I say, you're like a king to me, you know. And he looks at me like he was looking at that girl in Memphis. But then I said, hey, no, I'm on the bill. I'm Todd Snider. Like that meant it was okay to tackle. Like I could just go tackle some of these people back here because we're on the bill together. Come on, don't be weird. But I told him how much I loved him and how much I knew about him. And he didn't believe me. But over the years, I've at least beaten him 6 or 7 times in Jerry Jeff Walker trivia contests. Handily. And sometimes one of my favorite things is when he'll call me from his hotel to get words to one of his songs. That makes me so happy. And then one time he asked me, he's taken me on lots of trips, you know. He took me snorkeling in Belize to see coral that wasn't coral, it was sharks. It was just some sort of scam for his own amusement at my expense, you know. And then we had a lot of fun in New Orleans one night for a while, and then I kind of, you know, if you catch a fish and it gets loose in the boat and flips around, I kind of did that on their coffee table. Sort of prematurely to what was supposed to be the end of the night, you know. Spoiled everything. But then, then, about 2 years ago, the reason why I brought all that up was because 2 years ago, he asked me if I wanted to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico with him, because he just was going up there to poke around, didn't have a show, just going up there to see some old things he'd seen before, and he wanted a friend to go, so I went up there. He showed me around this beautiful little square they have, kind of bustling, people bopping around. Took me to this bar that he said he'd closed many times. And I said, well, let's do it again. So we sit there, and about 3, this guy says, you guys have to go. And so we get out into the night, and as God is my witness, this is true. No one on the street, silent. You could just hear a pin drop. No cars, nothing. And then as we're walking the 3 blocks back to our hotel, I swear to you, I hear this. He does too. And Jerry Jeff Walker, I guess I should have said earlier, he wrote Mr. Bojangles, that song, you know. And that's, you know, this is the intro to it. And as we're walking, I said, hey, do you hear that? He said, yeah, I do, you know. I was wondering if you heard that, you know. And we're like, what the hell, you know. It's the middle of the night. There's no one out here. So we go around the corner back to our hotel. And in the middle of the night, for only the best of possible, for all the right reasons, there was this older guy with a guitar. He had his hat on the ground, open for tips from God knows who he thought was going to pop out in the middle of the night. Imagine, though, who actually did pop out in the middle of the night. It was absurd. It was surreal, you know. And so here we're walking towards this guy who's singing this song that this other guy wrote, and I'm here. And we get up to him, and I think, man, I can tell Jerry Jeff is moved. We both feels like we're tearing up a little, and I want to tell this guy, hey, man, the guy who wrote this song that you're singing just happened to be the only other guy on the street tonight as you were deciding to sing it. And then I thought, no, it's not my place, I won't tell him anything. Then I waited to see if Jerry Jeff would tell him anything, and he didn't. He said, no. he just threw all his money in that guy's thing. He said, "That's a pretty song, isn't it?" And the guy said, "Yeah, it is." And then as we were walking back to the hotel, I had always hoped all those years that when I had said it was the highlight of my life and he said it was pretty boring so far, I had hoped he hadn't remembered that, but he had. And I didn't even realize it when I said it again. As we were walking back to the hotel, I said, "Hey, that might have been the highlight of my life, man." And he said, "Well, that one was pretty good." Thank you for indulging me in that. And if to further indulge me, I hope you don't mind if I play this song. It's been sung many times, but I just love it so much. It goes like that. New man, Bojangles and he danced for you. Worn out shoe, silver haired, a ragged shirt, a bag of pants. He did the old soft shoe. He jumped up so high, Lord, he jumped up high, and then he lightly touched down. Mr. Bojangles, oh now Mr. Bojangles, hey Mr. Bojangles, won't you come on and dance? I met him in selling New Orleans when I was down now. He looked to me to be about the eyes of age. He spoke right out. He talked of his life. Lord, he talked of life. Threw back his clothes all around. He said his name, Bojangles, and his dialect. Across the sill, he grabbed his pants, prepared to stance, and he jumped up high. Clicked his heel. He let go a laugh. Let go a laugh. I heard someone ask him, please, Mr. Bojangles. Hey now, Mr. Bojangles. Hey now, Mr. Bojangles, won't you come on down? He danced for those at minstrel shows, county fairs, throughout the South. Spoke in tears of 15 years, how his dog and him, they traveled about. Till that dog up and died, Lord, he up and died. For 20 years it still grieved. Now he dances every chance at a honky tonk for drinks and tips. Said most of the time though I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drank me some beer. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, I heard someone ask him, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, oh now Mr. Bojangles, won't you come on down?
you. This is for a friend of mine that made East Nashville what it is. His name was Skip Litz. Everybody called him Guitar Skip. And he was really famous for going around all the bars in East Nashville and yelling out at the bands to play a train song to the point that, to the point that everybody relented, you know, and you just learned one and had it ready for when he came in, you know. And he was sort of the center of the neighborhood because he ran sound in the main club. And when he passed away, him and I were getting ready to come up this way. And boy, you know, to find a friend, you couldn't ask for a better, to be honest. Anyway, I know this guy would like being part of a song, especially part of one that Robert Earl Keen sings. And so I want to send this out to Robert Earl and thank him for singing it on his album. Smoking on black Cadillac, engine winding down. Park it up on the sidewalk as if he owned the whole dang town. I hear him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through a thicker haze of southern comfort and coke. Say, girl, you're hotter than hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, baby, but he don't treat you well. And by he meant me. So I laughed and shook his head. He laughed a little bit louder and he would yell at the band to play a train song. Pour me one more out, make 'em leave my boots on the day to lay me down. I am a runaway, a locomotive, I'm out of my one-track mind. Looking for any kind of trouble I can't find. I got this old black leather jacket, got this pack of Marlboro, this stash here in my pocket, got these thoughts in my own head. The right to run until I gotta walk, until I've got to crawl. I got this moment that I am in right now and nothing else at all. I play a train song, pour me one more round, make 'em leave my boots on the day that they lay me down. I'm a runaway, a locomotive, I'm a one-track mind. In the television blizzard light, we were looking around this place. We found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And though I tried with all of my sadness, no, I haven't ever weep for a man who looked to me like he died laughing in his sleep, singing a train song, drinking one last round. Made him leave his boots on the day that laid him down. He was a runaway locomotive out of his one-track mind. Play a train song, play a train song, play a train song. Yeah, thanks for letting me sing tonight.
The poet laureate of Mountain Stage, Mr. Todd Snider. Hardworking Americans, his last CD. Just did a DVD that's just out called The First Waltz, produced by Justin Kreutzmann, and it includes the first performance of the Hardworking Americans and the recording of the CD, and just published that book called I Never Met a Story I Didn't Like. Mr. Todd Snider, always glad to see him. Our thanks to Todd, our thanks to the Secret Sisters and Ethan Johns and Chip Taylor, Sons of Bill, and all the folks that came along with those talented people. Thanks to you folks here in Charleston at the Culture Center Theater. And of course, special thanks to you listening there on the radio. Without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We never take that for granted. We appreciate your tuning in. We hope you'll be with us next time. We have a rebroadcast from 2013 featuring the Del McCoury Band, the Traveling McCourys with Keller Williams, Susan Warner, Sarah Lee Guthrie and Johnny Irian, and Mandolin Orange. And since Todd told us that great story, pretty amazing story, I got to tell you one. Many times after Mountain Stage, we're off doing things around town. Tonight, I think there'll be a lot of people over at the Empty Glass and go various places. And one time, we had the late Fontella Bass on Mountain Stage. I don't know if you remember her. She was a gospel singer mostly then when we had her, but she's the one who sang the hit song, Rescue Me. So afterwards, Michael, our guitar player, took her over to American Legion Hall here in Charleston to have a drink, and he had a drink. I don't think she was drinking, but there was a guy in there by himself. Nobody was in there. A guy in there by himself singing karaoke to himself. And see why we like Todd so much. And Michael said, why don't you sing Rescue Me? And so he did. And then afterwards, he came over and Michael said, this is the woman who sang Rescue Me. He said, no, it isn't. He said, no, it really is. She said, yeah, I really did. He made her get out her driver's license. Then he said, why'd you make me sing that then? How often does that happen? Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, Patrick Stevens. With production assistance from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Oogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music and Motion Promotions. Lodgings provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you hear some live music wherever you are just as soon as you can. You'll be listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. I could be holding you tonight. Good, quit doing wrong, start doing right. You don't care about what I think. Come on, everybody. I think I'll just stay here and drink. Come on, James.
Ain't putting you down, don't swear to deals. At least you know the way I feel. Take all the money in the bank. I think I'll just stay here and drink.
Michael Lipton back there. Take it over, John. Chip Taylor going to sing it.
Oh, listen close and you can hear that jukebox playing in my ear. There ain't no woman gonna change my thing.
I think I'll just stay here and drink.
Bob Thompson, Country Bob on the piano. Play that keyboard yarn over there. Come on, Todd, sing it with me now.
Well, hurting me now don't mean a thing. Since loving you don't feel no pain. My mind ain't nothing but a total blank. I think I'll just stay here and drink.
Come on, Ryan Kennedy. Gotta have a steel guitar on this, Sam. Let's all sing the first verse and close it out. I could be holding you tonight. Could quit doing wrong, start doing right. But you don't care about what I think. I think I'll just stay here and drink.
Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Radio. This is NPR.